You're up? Yep. Hi, I'm Peter Thomson, and what I've been working on this weekend is a crowdfunding project for next year to help startups with crowdfunding. So the reason that that's important to me is that as a teenager I was actually quite shy. My younger brother is a little bit more popular, a little bit cooler, a little bit more outgoing than I am. So it took me quite a long time to build up the confidence to really communicate, to learn how to do public speaking, all of those sorts of things. And so it's been a really interesting journey for me, starting off as a lawyer of all things, so learning to argue and communicate and kind of push your case forwards, and then transitioning into marketing and branding and communicating. And what I do for a living is actually help technology businesses and scientists and academics who have got a great idea communicate that out to the world. And what I've noticed is that crowdfunding, and in particular equity crowdfunding, is a really interesting place where good ideas should be succeeding, but they're not. So a recent example here, this is a screenshot. So my minimum viable experience or minimum viable expression in the world this weekend was to create a blog post that's gone live, it's out there, it's public, it's a declaration of what the project is and I think the potential is. But one of the things I wanted to do was share an example of a wonderful startup that's failing on crowdfunding. So the way an equity crowdfunding platform works is you put up a campaign as an entrepreneur and people can fund and invest into the company itself, which is really exciting. But sometimes good companies don't succeed. So this is Trinkets, who are a company that does mail order tampons. And if you meet them in person, the two of them are absolutely passionate. They're really wonderful. They've got good backing. They've got good technology. They have a good business, and it's worth investing into. But their public crowdfunding campaign is failing because it's not communicating and telling their story. And I just think that's absolutely a tragedy. And my hypothesis yesterday morning was, wouldn't it be great if large PR, communications, and even investment bank, large agencies could help startups with that issue? Because crowdfunding means there's a quick injection of cash, which large companies like. Even if they're doing something for CSR, the fact that money is changing hands means that there's an opportunity in there. But when I did the mum test, so I started doing customer discovery interviews yesterday, and I interviewed some ad agency people without telling them my idea, just asking them about startups, I realized they don't care. And obviously there's more interviews that I need to do, but what I've learned is that large agencies they're not actually that interested in helping startups. There's some rhetoric, there's some ideas out there, and maybe there's some opportunity, but I was forced to pivot. So what I did this morning, and I've kind of evolved and changed the idea, is actually to create a series of events called a Crowd-fund-a-thon, which is where people come together in a hackathon environment and create their crowdfunding campaign with support either from agencies or creative freelancers in a quick, intense burst. And I think, so that's what I'd like to do for 2014, is to create a Crowd-fund-a-thon event. Awesome.